Today in the True Leaf Market Labs, I'm going to show you how to start your very own tray of wheatgrass. Alright, let's start off by looking at everything that you're going to need to get started. So you can see I have two trays here, one with holes, one without holes. I have my wheatgrass seed. This is quite a bit, and I've been soaking it for 4 hours. You can soak it up to 8 hours, but I tend to do it about 4 to 5. And then your trusty old spray bottle, and I have some soil over here that I'm going to draw from to fill up my tray. So we got that drained. Now we're going to fill our tray with soil. First, you're going to want to take the tray with holes and place it in the tray without holes, just like so. Then I'm going to fill it with soil. All right, so what I did is I filled it with about an inch depth of potting soil. Now I'm just going to make it as even as I can, and until you have something about like that. Okay. The next part, what I like to do is I like to take my spray bottle and just moisten the top layer of soil. This will just help it to keep from becoming dusty. Kind of helps the soil like rest in place. Now we're going to take our seed and then just cascade it across. Now I didn't pre-measure my seed. You can. I don't know off the top of my head the exact amount, but you can just kind of eyeball it. And just spread it across. You're going to notice some broken seeds here and there, but that's totally normal. Looks like I soaked the perfect amount. Look at that. I think that looks pretty darn good. Yeah? Now the next step, you can do one of two ways. There's a paper towel method and a soil method, and that's where you cover your seeds with paper towels and you spray it down, and then you keep that paper towel moist as the seeds germinate. Now the soil method is where you just put a light layer of soil over the top of everything, and it essentially does the same thing. Today I'm going to do the soil method. Now we're not looking to compact this soil down. We're trying to make it as light and as fluffy as we can. And what this does is it, provides the extra moisture, but it helps with that darkness period. It helps the seed to germinate when it's under something. And just gently spread it across. Take out any chunks that you might see. And I'd say there we have it. I'd say that's a perfect amount. Just give it one pass over. Now I'm not gonna pat this down. I'm not gonna compress it at all. It's just unnecessary. But one thing I will do is I'm gonna spray it down quite a bit. I just want that top layer to get as moist as it possibly can. And the reason I like to do the soil method a little bit more than the paper towel method is that soil just holds on to moisture a little bit longer. I won't have to spray this down until the next morning, whereas a paper towel, I would need to check it 2 to 3 times a day to make sure that it is still moist. The next thing you're going to want to do is cover it. If you have another tray without holes, that's perfect. Or if you have just something large and flat like a piece of cardboard, that would work as well. I'm just going to use another tray. If you do use the tray, go ahead and spray the inside to just create a more humid environment, and then cover it. And in about 3 to 4 days, we'll be seeing those blades poking through the soil, and that's when you know it's time to remove it, and then we'll start bottom watering it. Now what bottom watering is that when you water between the tray with holes and the tray with no holes. So you just fill this container here with water, and the roots from the wheat will draw that water up so you don't have to spray it down anymore. And then 7 days after planting, we should have a full tray of wheatgrass. So we'll see you then. Here you are. It's been about 7 days, and as you can see, we have just a beautiful, thick tray of wheatgrass. Now what I did is after the third day, I noticed that the blades were starting to poke through, so I took the covering off, and that's when I started to bottom water it, where I would just pour water straight into the bottom tray, and you can see the roots here, they just drank it right up. So there you have it, it's ready to juice.